The evidence that we've got is that the impact of sea level rise and storm surges is going to see an increase in those frequency of storms that we've had the last couple of months. They'll stop being the once in a while events to being the norm. We'll also see the impact on our ecosystem, so that'll change with the temperature of our water, which will change the nature of species that can survive in that adapted climate. Different introduction of pest species that will survive in that climate, so it'll completely change the ecosystem as we know it in our marine environment. But those storm surges, it will impact on coastal erosion, and that starts to have an impact then on our roads and coastal communities and the infrastructure we have along our coast, whether that's your skate park or your bowls club, surf lifesaving club. We're already starting to see those impacts now. The economic modelling we've done suggests that the impact by 2040 on Victoria's coast is in the order of about $123 billion. So that's the impact on our coastal infrastructure and our ecosystems. So it's a huge dollar figure. All parts of Victoria's coast are going to feel the impacts and economic losses from the impacts of climate change on our coastline. So it's not like it's a localised problem, and it's not like it's a problem relating to one part of the state or one particular part of our environment. This is a big problem across the whole state, and it needs to have the collective input of government, not just for the investment that's required now, but the commitment to the long-term investment that's going to be needed. We're really moving away from that traditional protect model where a hard engineering solution is the solution. There are now 6 orders of consideration, so 6 different adaptation options that can be considered and are encouraged to be considered as part of looking at how we respond. So that's about looking at what's the best value for investment, what is it we're trying to protect, and what's the way of doing that. That isn't always a hard engineering solution, so that might be using nature-based methods. It might be using an element of accommodating the risk and looking at how we actually remove or change the way we live and access the coast to accommodate that risk. And you see those examples being played out across Victoria already.